So, hi Harry,
Hello.
thank you for joining me. Would you mind telling me what it was like for you on your first day here at Ideal?
Well, obviously, I've been here for about 2 years now, so joining as an 18-year-old in my first kind of high-performing workplace, it was quite a daunting thing to start with. But I think the things that really helped me on my first day were things like one-to-one kind of tuition with someone that I'd be shadowing for like 3 to 4 weeks. I think that really helped. It made sure that I got loads of the correct information, and it wasn't too oversaturated with stuff that wasn't relevant.
And what was it like walking into an office environment for the first time?
Yeah, it's like very daunting. You don't really know what's expected of you. You don't really know how you don't really know how efficiently you should work and how other people work if you've never been in that environment before. There's a lot of being in our market, there's a lot of niche linguistics that I wasn't really aware of that I have to pick up on, such as like working on bill of materials and things like that.
And what do we call a bill of materials here?
That would be a bomb. So a lot of people going around the office discussing bombs. You don't really know what was going on.
What did we do that helped with that feeling of not being familiar to you?
And kind of setting small goals that are achievable, so you feel like that you actually had a purpose in the workplace. Whereas when you first join, it looks like everyone's much more, their role's much more important than yours, and they're winning all these like big deals and stuff, and you're just they're like the small kind of goals you can see where you fit in and you feel responsible for stuff. I think that's very important when you join as an apprentice.
Okay, so thinking about the culture here at Ideal,
Yeah.
when you joined us, you had literally just left college, I think just the week before or 2 weeks before,
Yeah.
and what it was like socially for you coming into Ideal.
Working at Ideal, we were quite a young company, and when I joined anyway, there was quite a few members of staff that were only, say, probably 5 years older than me. I was able to get on with people well enough.
Some of the things that we do here is about providing things for everybody that works here. So we do beers on Friday. We like to organise social activities where we all go out and party together. How was that as a young person coming into the business?
Obviously, it's quite exciting to have those kind of company perks. It's not something that you even really think of when you're coming into a business. But even coming in here from college, I didn't really used to drink alcohol at all, to be honest. But after the Friday beers and the pub on, but now I drink quite a lot now because of that.
Okay, so that's how the organisational culture has influenced you. Do you think you've been able to influence the organisational culture at all?
Possibly different to some companies. The company has quite a young kind of feel to it, so it was never really like a business where everyone's kind of just in suits and doesn't want to have fun. It was kind of like the whole company's quite fun anyway.
And if we think about what you bring as a young person coming in,
I feel like it's quite easy for people that have done and worked in the same industry for a long time. I feel it's quite easy for them to get cemented in their ways, and then as a young person coming into a business, I may have a fresher outlook on how to use things, how to make processes better that they may not have been aware of.
and have you been able to do that?
I feel like just knowing a lot of commands and stuff like that would make me be able to process orders faster and get kit to customers quicker, so they would place more business with us and they would trust us to be able to deliver a good service, really.
Thinking about the support that managers might need if they're going to be managing an apprentice, do you think that they need anything different?
I feel like you should handle a younger person differently in how you would address them. Maybe I guess kind of dumb down how you speak a little bit to them, just so they understand it, and then give them clear goals on where they feel like how they can achieve to be the same as the other people around them, because obviously as a young apprentice you'll be looking up to the people around you and in your workplace and trying to not essentially be more like them, but understand how they work and how you can implement that into yourself as you grow.
If we could replay your apprenticeship and think about what would have really given you value for your training and also brought value back into the business, what would have been better for you in terms of the training bit?
I feel like after my interview stage, it may have been better to have a closer review with me about what my actual abilities were prior to becoming an apprentice, and maybe then I could have been pushed onto a higher level qualification. But I feel like the learning experience of the course I'd already gone through that at college, and it was kind of at a lower level than what I'd experienced.
Okay, so
and
if
so I
we'd
didn't really
worked
feel
with
like it
you,
had challenged me, or I was really giving back much to the business from spending days at college, or spending days at my apprenticeship.
and was there anything that we did well that helped you to get on with the training that you had to do outside of the workplace?
Just being able to book like a meeting room to myself for about an hour or so, just to kind of get out of the workplace, because it's quite hard when you're in quite a reactive role that people are asking you people are asking a lot of you. It's quite hard to be able to just work on something else.
And when you joined us, when you first came, you came on an apprenticeship wage for the first year that you were here, I think, or at least while you were doing your apprenticeship training.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's a fair way to pay an apprentice, and how did that feel?
Obviously, it's not the best thing when you're working the same hours as everyone else, but you're not getting paid anywhere near even half of what they're probably getting paid. But I guess it's to start with, you kind of accept it, and becoming an apprentice if you haven't worked you haven't been in a workplace before, it's fine, because really you're just looking for money and experience.
Did you feel that you were ready for a pay increase sooner than the
Yeah, I would say
apprenticeship
that
training?
about 3 to 4 months into my role, I understood a lot of it, and that could have been reviewed earlier. After a certain point, it was more just trying to get the apprenticeship finished so I could continue as full-time staff here, because then that's kind of what you want to do after a while, rather than focusing on the smaller sides of the tasks that you're set to complete your course.
Okay, so just being allowed to get on and do your
Yeah,
job.
essentially is.
Yeah.
Yes.